How's it going, everybody? Now, in today's video, I'm going to be going over the Count Dooku update that went live yesterday. Now, as you guys know, it didn't have much in terms of content. The patch notes were a bit lackluster. I mean, there just wasn't that much. They moved the Clone Trooper skins over to February, and I was pretty hesitant about this update. Time and time again, they have promised bug fixes in the patch notes. They promised that they're going to fix glitches, and they either screw up something worse, or they just plain up don't fix it. But in this update, I haven't noticed any glitches. Now, normally there's something just game breaking. Now, unless there's something that I haven't discovered that's like on Reddit or something that I'm not aware of, I haven't noticed anything. Like the one update we had the broken heavy with the explosives fire. The one update we had broken Palpatine, and he was so broken they had to remove him from the game. There's nothing like that. Now, there is one glitch that's not even a big deal, which it doesn't even bother me at all, but with Luke, sometimes Luke will just randomly speak German, which doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of funny, so I'm not even worried about that glitch. That's something that they'll fix. It's not a big deal. But they did say in the patch notes that they fixed the blocking with the lightsabers. I can't tell if it's just me or it's just the way that the lightsaber combat works and it's just so clunky and bad. But I haven't really noticed much of a difference in that regard with the blasters and blocking and stuff. Like sometimes I'll still get freaking wrecked when I try to block blaster bullets and stuff as a saber hero. So, I don't know. But overall, when it comes to Dooku, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm always straightforward with you guys when it comes to reviewing video games and especially Battlefront. And I try to be as honest as possible. If they did get something right, I like to mention it. If they get something wrong, I also mention that as well. But the problem has been that they always get way more wrong than they get right. But this update, there wasn't much content, but it was actually, it was pretty good update. Like Dooku, I think they got Dooku down perfectly. Like he's good without star cards, which means if you have him with purple star cards, he's going to be even better. Like he just wrecks heroes. He can one-shot infantry. Now I'm going to compare him to Grievous. Like when Grievous came out, I absolutely despised Grievous. I thought he was horrible until I got him with purple star cards. But when I got him with purple star cards, he was really good. I really enjoyed playing as Grievous. But I enjoy Dooku without even having purple star cards. The problem is just I haven't had the chance to even really play with him that much. There's something going on with the servers, but I cannot find a Clone Wars map. I just get nothing but the sequel trilogy. I get Jakku, and then I'll back out and restart the game, and then I'll get freaking Takodana, and I don't know what's going on. I even played through the entire sequel trilogy playlist just so I could play on a Clone Wars map, and then I got kicked from the server, and then it had me search for Jakku maps again. So for those of you that are expecting me to get a kill streak video or just some high-level purple star card Dooku gameplay, that's gonna have to wait because I've tried my hardest, and the highest kill streak I've gotten so far is only 23, and that's because the match ended. Like I'm just having the worst luck when it comes to finding a good server, because you can't get a good kill streak if you are on one of those maps where the hero costs more, because you have to grind an extra 2,000 some points, and that's even less time for you to get more kills, and it's just, and a lot of the sequel trilogy maps are really short, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit before I get that kill streak. But overall, I like Dooku, I like his abilities, and honestly, he's probably my favorite thing that they've added to this game to date. He's my favorite hero. I mean, they captured his lightning perfectly. I thought that his lightning was going to be a stun lock based off of the description of it, but it's not. You just shock people, and it either kills them instantly, which is great. It's really great against infantry, or it will just knock them down, and then you can either just finish them off with this lightsaber swing, or you can run away. So I actually really like his lightning. It looks cool, it feels cool, it does a lot of damage. It's a good ability. Then his other two abilities, the middle ability, it makes him do more damage to just targets in general. And then his right bumper ability, it highlights a target, and then that target is slowed down, and they take more damage. So that's pretty handy in Heroes vs. Villains. It's kind of iffy in Galactic Assault. I mean, it works good for characters like Wookiees, or if you run into another hero in Galactic Assault, it's pretty handy. And every time you kill the target, it refreshes the ability. So if you highlight the enemy, they're weakened, you kill them, you instantly can use it again. So that's pretty neat. But I just don't use it that much in Galactic Assault. Overall, I think they captured him pretty well. I'm okay with his voice actor. I know a lot of people don't like his voice actor, but he was from the Clone Wars, and I mean, that's the best that we're going to get, honestly. But I think they did a good job with that. He looks a little weird in the face. They might tune that a smidge, and I think they could use a little work. But overall, I think he looks like Dooku. And like I said, he's my favorite part that they've added to the game so far. And I think he's really fun to use. And then when it comes to the patch notes, they didn't screw anything up. The biggest thing that I love from this patch is that they said they fixed the geometry with the force powers. If you didn't know, if you try to do like a force push, or mainly Luke's repulse was the worst, or Darth Maul's choke, or anything that had some sort of force push or something, it was affected by geometry. Let's say I'm Luke and I'm standing down here and somebody else is standing up here. If I use the repulse, they just won't be affected and then they would kill me. That's fixed with this update, so that's great. Like, I love playing as Luke now because when I force push somebody, they actually get force pushed. It's crazy. It's weird how when the game works the way it's supposed to, it's a lot of fun. Imagine that. But so yeah, I really like this update. It gets my thumbs up. There wasn't that much content in it, but from what it looks like, February is going to be jam-packed with stuff. We get the freaking clone officers, we get new clone outfits, we get Anakin, we get the new game mode, we get quality of life changes again. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that's supposed to be in February. I mean, I always say to keep your hopes down and don't raise your expectations because they always disappoint. But I mean, I always find myself falling into my own trap because they promise so much, and I get excited because it's Star Wars and I love Star Wars and I want the game to be good. I mean, I don't want the game to fail. I just don't want to go into February with my expectations raised, and I don't want to be really excited just to be disappointed. But we don't know anything about the game mode. We don't know anything yet. But my overall problem with this update in general was just how they advertised it. They did a really poor job of advertising this. They didn't talk it up any. They didn't have a trailer beforehand. They didn't have a freaking picture of Dooku until the day he was released. Like, if you want your game to succeed, you need to advertise it a little bit. Let players know beforehand that he's freaking coming out. That way people will play the game. But I don't know. That's beside the point. But overall, I like the update. It gets my seal of approval. It was a good update. I enjoyed it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you guys seeing any bugs that I'm not aware of? What do you guys think of the server thing? Are you guys having the problem where you can only find the sequel maps? Because I can't find a clone map at all. And if you made it this far into the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it around with your friends and family or whoever. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you want to help support the channel and to get your name at the top of the screen in all the videos, then consider donating on Patreon or becoming a sponsor. If you become a sponsor, you get extra emotes and stuff for the live streams, which I know some people are a fan of or whatever, but either way helps the channel and it helps me continue to make videos. And yeah, so that's going to do it for me, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist